Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Let's sing hello to one another before we start today. Sing hello to everyone. Sing hello to everyone. Sing hello to everyone. Sing hello. Clap hello to everyone. Clap hello to everyone. Clap hello to everyone. Clap hello. Wriggle. Wriggle hello to everyone. Wriggle hello to everyone. Wriggle hello to everyone. Wriggle hello. Wow. Wriggling is a good thing to do because today we're going to think about some things that wriggle, some things that fly, some things that creep and crawl. What do you think they might be? Well, they're all the kinds of mini beasts, insects, creatures that we might see when we go to the park. And this time of year, in the summertime, it's a great time to see all sorts of things. I wonder, when you've been to the park, have you looked around you in the sky? I know you see the birds and the trees. Have you seen butterflies? Butterflies flying around, all different colours and so beautiful. Have you looked maybe down the side of the park bench and seen spider's web, all woven, silky and beautiful? A spider creeping along, hoping to catch a fly, another flying one, eat for their dinner. And if you look on the ground, you might see a little tiny woodlouse creeping along, or an even smaller tiny ant. If you look underneath the leaf, you might see a caterpillar. So many different things to see. You have to have a really good look to see them as well. I wonder whether you could have a look in the park and see what you could see. It's a good idea not to touch them, because just think how big you are. They're busy going about their lives just like you. They're eating and drinking and enjoying the sunshine, doing all their busy work, collecting things to share with other creatures. And there they go, busily going on with their lives. You have to be gentle and not hurt them. And if you want to look at them closely, and if you're lucky, you might have one of these, or you could borrow one from the toy library. It's called, yes, I think you know, don't you, some of you, a magnifying glass. And it makes things look bigger when you look through them. Let's have a look and see. So we saw a beautiful butterfly like this one, flying along in the park. It stopped for a moment on some flowers, get some nectar, so that it could have a lovely sweet meal. I wonder if we looked through the magnifying glass, and we could see it better there. Its wings, all the tiny little details on there. Its body, wow. It's quite something, isn't it? Look at one, much bigger. You look at it through your magnifying glass. That means make something bigger, magnify. So when you've had a look, I wonder whether, oh, I know another one that I didn't say. This is a good one. Sometimes you see them crawling across the surface of the earth, across the top. Not exactly crawling, slithering is a better word, I think. Worms? They're very busy turning the earth over for us and making it good for the plants to grow, so that they can breathe properly, their roots down in the ground. So when you've had a look at all of those, oh yes, oh goodness me, here comes the beetle as well now. She's just crawling along here, creeping and crawling along. I wonder whether you know any songs about those creatures. Do you remember the one I said, well, you might see it well? I'm sure a lot of you know about Spider-Man, but do you remember the song that we know about Incy Wincy Spider? Let's have a go at that one. Incy Wincy Spider climbing up the spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. And Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again. What's that caterpillar? Does anybody know a song about a caterpillar? Let's see if you remember this one. It's about a child whose name was Arabella Miller, and she found a furry caterpillar, and she did just what I said wasn't a good idea. She picked it up, and then guess what she did? Well, you'll see it in the song. Join in if you know it, and if you don't, you can learn it. Little Arabella Miller found a furry caterpillar. First she put it on her mother, then upon her baby brother. Oh, said Arabella's mother, take away that caterpillar. She didn't like having the caterpillar crawling on her, and she didn't want it on the baby either, did she? That wouldn't be a very good thing to do. I wonder, do you know anything else about butterflies? Do you know what butterflies were before they were butterflies? Well, I expect some of you do know, but look, let's have a look and see what's in this picture. Now, if you look closely, or look, this person's looking at them through a magnifying glass, that makes it easier to see. Those are little tiny eggs, really small eggs, and they're on the leaf. And those little eggs are the eggs that the butterfly has laid on the leaf. And the eggs are going to hatch out, and then hatch out. There's going to be maybe like this one, maybe like that one. There's lots of different kinds of caterpillars. And when the caterpillars hatch out of their eggs, they're very hungry. I expect some of you know that story, don't you, about the very hungry caterpillar who wanted to eat and eat. Well, that's really true. When caterpillars first hatch out of their eggs, they want to eat, creep and crawl across all the tasty leaves, eating bits here and bits there. They really enjoy eating them. And as they eat them, just like you, they grow and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then one day, when they're really big, really quite fat for their skin, burst out, and they have a lovely new windy silky sort of case. It's a sort of skin, but it's also a case that they go inside, and it's got a special name. It's called chrysalis, and it looks a bit like a bag. Look, you can see there, that's the little chrysalis bag that the caterpillar is inside. And it's going to stay in there for a lot of days, more than a week, more than a whole time when you're at nursery or at school or at home, and then the weekend, and then a few more days, and then out of that chrysalis will come, chrysalis will open out will come, yes, you've guessed it right, or maybe you knew already, butterfly. And when the butterfly first comes out, it holds up its wings, it isn't quite ready to go. It needs to get them out and stretch them and let them have a bit of sun and dry out from being inside the chrysalis and from turning from a caterpillar into a butterfly. And then it needs to get some food. As soon as it can fly, the butterfly will just go very gently and find a flower that's got some nice, sweet, sugary nectar in it. Give it some energy so that it can be ready to fly. And butterfly will be able to fly away. That's an amazing story, isn't it? Let me just show you this picture that somebody made for me with caterpillars, eggs on the leaf, and then there's an arrow telling you, and then there's a caterpillar. And here's the chrysalis, it's hanging this way, hanging down with silky threads, fastening it to the branch. And then when it's ready, it's going to, or this little arrow, hatch out and become a butterfly. So that's everything that happens. And that really is amazing, isn't it? And I wondered if we could pretend that we were caterpillars. We could be the caterpillars sleeping, so it's nearly noon, and when we wake up, come out of our chrysalises and fly with the butterfly, fly, fly, fly. So we won't be rabbits today, we'll be caterpillars sleeping, and then when we've been caterpillars sleeping, we'll be butterflies when we wake up and we'll fly. Let's try. Can you see the caterpillar sleeping till it's nearly noon? Shall we try and wake them up with a merry tune? Oh, so still are they ill? Wake up soon. Fly, little butterfly, fly, fly, fly. Fly, little butterfly, fly, fly, fly. Flutter, little butterflies, flutter, flutter, flutter. Fly, little butterflies, fly, fly, fly. And there they go. Butterflies flying. And you can now see whether perhaps you could make a butterfly yourself at home. Right, you could do this with some paint, or you could draw a butterfly, colour it in with your pens if you don't have any paint. You just need a piece of paper, fold in half, then your grown-up needs to draw a butterfly in one half, and then cut out around the edges. Just draw half a butterfly grown-up, and you folded paper so that you get both sides the same when you cut it out. Then when you cut it out, you either do your colouring, or if you've got some paint, dib dab dob it onto one side of the butterfly's wings like that. Fold the other half over, press it down really firmly so all the paint spreads nicely. And then open it up. Oh, look at that butterfly. Same on both sides. How did that happen? Grown-ups, if you have a look at our recipe in the newsletter, you could actually make some butterfly cakes. They're not made from butterflies, don't worry everybody. And they don't even be whole butterflies, just like their little wings on top of the cake. You have a look and see. So, I hope you've enjoyed pretending to be caterpillars and butterflies, and I hope you'll enjoy looking for them in the park with all those other insects and creepy crawly creatures. Maybe you can make your own butterfly too. Okay, now it's time for us to say goodbye. Claire and Judy in the toy library, and see you again very soon. Wave goodbye to everyone, wave goodbye to everyone, wave goodbye to everyone, wave goodbye. Kiss goodbye to everyone, kiss goodbye to everyone, kiss goodbye to everyone, kiss goodbye. Bye. See you soon.